Here's a question we get asked all the time. Should I go with a red dot and magnifier combo like this SPARC AR with the micro 3x magnifier, or just a straight up fixed power prism scope like the Gen 2 Spitfire 3x? We're gonna go over some of the details and pros and cons of each, and hopefully it helps you make your decision. We'll start with the red dot and magnifier combination and talk about the pros first. The first and foremost thing that you need to consider is the fact that there is no substitute in close quarters fast action shooting for a red dot. No other 1x optic can quite deliver you the speed and intuitiveness of a simple optic like this with no magnification and a red dot used for aiming. Throw in the magnifier, and now if you need to stretch out to more mid-range engagements, you can flip that right up into place and make more accurate shots. It becomes a little bit of the best of both worlds, if you will. Of course, the cons come into play when you have to consider that you're gonna be buying two separate optics. So that's more of an investment and two different things you may have to get from different places, or you may have to try and mix and match just the right one. There's some more variables to throw into the equation there. The other thing is you have to consider rail space, size, and weight. These two optics take up more space on top of your rail than does one singular optic like the Spitfire Gen 2 here. They also weigh pretty significantly more if you're quite an ounce counter. When using a red dot on top of an AR-15, a lot of people will want to run backup iron sights because if a battery dies with a red dot at any given point, you have no point of aim whatsoever. So having a backup iron sight system can be nice to have. But then you have red dot, magnifier, and you're just trying to squeeze in that rear sight there, fold down, and hopefully it fits underneath and at the end of your rail. It starts to get a little crowded. And talking about space as well, when you're probably just gonna be using the red dot by itself with no magnifier, chances are you could be in some close, tight quarters. And that magnifier is then gonna be hanging off the side of your rifle. It's just another thing that could get bashed on a doorpost or a car door or really anything else that you're right in and around. Now comes in the Prism scope, like the Spitfire Gen 2 3X here or even the 5X. The pros and cons could be a little bit intuitive here. It's kind of the opposite of the red dot and magnifier combination. You get a smaller and lighter optic that takes up less space, but you lose some of the versatility in that now we're at a fixed magnified power. We can't go down to 1x. There is, of course, the Gen 2 5X Spitfire here, which allows you to piggyback a micro red dot on top like our Venom or our Viper, but then you're just in the territory again of having to buy two separate optics, mate them together, take up more space, more weight, etc. One of the handy things about having a Prism optic is that, again, you're taking up less space on your top rail. Just this optic alone can sit right on the top rail of your AR-15, and because of the etched reticle, which never dies and never goes away, even if the battery inside that's actually powering the illumination goes out and you can no longer illuminate it to a bright red, there's still a physical reticle in there that you can use as a point of aim. So you don't even have to use backup iron sights on your rifle, you can just have this on top. Now, of course, I just talked about that etched reticle inside, and another nice thing about the etched reticle of the Spitfire Gen 2s like these is that it allows you to get a more technical reticle, whereas that red dot was just a red dot. This has our AR-BDC4 reticle inside. The AR-BDC4 reticle inside gives you holdovers with the 5.56 cartridge all the way out to 650 yards, with even wind holds and a broken circle around the center dot. So you're getting a lot more information in the reticle than you would with just a red dot. Now, all of these differences are mostly physical things about the optics, and really the choice for you is going to come down a lot to personal preference. Do you feel like you are going to place an emphasis on the close quarters fast action ability of your rifle? Or are you going to place the precedence maybe on the ability to maintain better accuracy out at longer distance? Maybe you're counting ounces with your entire build. It really depends on you, the shooter, in particular. So with that said, hopefully some of this information helped you in your decision or helped give you some more food for thought for going out and getting your rifle all set up. If you have any other questions, please let us know in the comments below via social media, email, phone, whatever works best for you. We love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching these videos. We'll see you on the next one.